Hey everyone, and welcome back to Commander Cookout on YouTube, Top 5 in 5. This time, tips to help you enjoy your vEDH experience.
That's right, we're back and brought to you by FusionGamingOnline.com, your source for all your gaming needs, whether it be dice, sleeves, cards, everything you need for vEDH except the camera. Big thanks to all the Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/CCO Podcast. You guys make all these videos possible, and we couldn't do it without you. Now, on to the top 5.
Number 5, know your rig. It doesn't matter if it's the Canadarm from space holding a camera or a piece of dental floss on your ceiling that suspends your phone above your playmat. You gotta know what you're doing, how to set it up, and make sure that you're set up in time for the game, because there's nothing worse than waiting for somebody who's late and then waiting for them to fight with their camera to try and get everything set up.
That's right, flipping your camera, flipping your phone, getting your microphone synced to the right thing so people can hear you. Know how to set it up and have it set up. If you're playing at 8, be ready at 8.
Time is our most valuable resource. Don't waste it. Number 4, I am super guilty of this, so you can get at me in the comments, and I'm sorry. Try not to talk too much over the game. It's awesome that you're with your friends, it's awesome that you're meeting new people, and that makes you want to chat and makes you want to talk, but you gotta remember, headphones, earpieces, lots of streaming, it's hard to hear all the time, and there's nothing worse than having a permanent that's been in play for 10 turns win somebody the game when you could have killed it an hour ago.
When you didn't hear somebody because some loud talker was talking when you were talking.
Number 3, do not be afraid to ask questions about somebody's board state, and be prepared to tell everybody what you have in front of you, possible multiple times on the same turn. Because again, maybe somebody's camera isn't so good. Maybe somebody didn't hear what you played. Maybe somebody doesn't know what that card does. So just be prepared to answer those questions and not make everybody type through the damn search function on Spell Table to find out what you're doing.
Yeah, I think this is a big one, especially with Planeswalkers, and God, there are so many Planeswalkers. They all have so many words, so many abilities. What does that 4th Ajani do? What does that 17th Jace do? We don't know. We have to read it, and always make sure you can use dice that can easily be recognized as to what pip they're on, so people know where your Planeswalkers are at.
Number 2. This is the 3rd rule of wrestling. It's the 4th thing we're going to talk about on this video, and it is slow down. As we've talked about before, people aren't always going to be able to hear you. People's mics cut out, people's headphones cut out. Sometimes there's a video lag or something going on, and you're going to play a spell, and maybe somebody wanted to react to it. They could have reacted to it, but they didn't, and then you moved on too fast. You're attacking with your Kalia, you're putting things in play already, and then you feel like you're getting angle shot because the guy whose camera has a delay on it says, hang on, where'd that Kalia come from? I'm countering that.
Yeah, or I wanted to kill that Kalia before you killed me with the demon that was also attacking me because you moved to combat a little bit too quickly. So yeah, I think it's quite common in regular EDH to say move to combat, and I think sometimes maybe because we haven't played for a while or we don't have that person-to-person interaction that we miss that little step saying moving on. Any responses?
Having the people in front of you is actually way different than having them on camera. It's a thing. There's no body language, there's no facial expression. You gotta just work with what we have, and what we have right now is EDH.
Yeah.
And number 1, and this is one that I cannot stress enough, and something I think that we all might be guilty of without even knowing it, and it is don't play things that expects your opponents to own something or do an unreasonable amount of work.
Yeah.
I haven't played my favorite deck in the world in 8 months because it plays confusion in the ranks. And there's nothing worse than playing a vEDH game where now everybody has to try and find a way of making token copies of every damn permanent on the battlefield, or put their deck into Architect so they can send you the list so you can fat down an artifact out of it.
We don't care how foil or how luxurious your Gonti deck is. I don't want to hand you my cards digitally, virtually. I don't want to have to keep track. I don't want you to have to text message my wife who has to come and find the cards out of my deck from upstairs so I don't know what they are. No, that's not fair to ask of your opponent on vEDH. And we don't want to end it at a negative. We just want everybody to have the best experience that they can. All right, so that's our top 5 in 5 best ways to enjoy vEDH. Big thank you to FusionGamingOnline.com, your source for all of your gaming needs, your dice, your sleeves, your cards, everything. Don't forget CCO Fusion 5 at checkout and get you 5% off your entire order.
And let them know that their partnership with us is a good one.
That's right. Just like our partnership with all of our wonderful patrons. You'll see their names right now.